They say it's the most haunted house in America, but the real story is much darker. What happens when you build your family home on cursed ground? Let's travel back to Old Town San Diego to uncover the chilling origins of the Whaley House. Before it was a home, this land was a place of death. It was the site of the town Gallows. One of the most infamous criminals executed here was a man named Yankee Jim Robinson. In 1852, he was hanged for grand larceny, and the gallows stood right where the living room is today. Long after the execution stopped, locals would avoid the property, claiming it had a grim and heavy feeling. They said you could still feel the echoes of the condemned. Despite the dark history and the warnings from neighbors, a man named Thomas Whaley saw an opportunity. He was a successful businessman and decided this prime piece of real estate was the perfect spot for his family's new home and his general store. In 1857, construction began. Even as the bricks were being laid, workers whispered that the land never felt empty. They reported strange feelings and a sense of being watched. The first signs of the unseen started before the Whaley family even fully moved in. Heavy, phantom footsteps were heard echoing through the empty halls at night. Some described the sound as being like heavy boots walking across wooden planks, much like the sound a man would make walking to the gallows. From the very beginning, the family members felt a persistent, unnerving presence, a chilling sense that they were never truly alone in their new home. The house was built, but something else had already claimed the land. If you're fascinated by haunted history like the Whaley House, you'll love our horror-inspired collectibles and eerie decor, perfect for fans of real-life hauntings. Check the links below and bring a piece of the unknown into your own home. The strange noises and feelings were just the beginning. The real horror started after the house became a home, filled with the laughter and life of the Whaley family. But that laughter wouldn't last long. The supernatural activity was one thing, but soon, real-life tragedy would strike the family, compounding the sorrow that already soaked the very ground the house was built on. The curse of the gallows was just getting started. What happens when personal grief mixes with a pre-existing haunting? That's where our story will pick up in part 2. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And let me know in the comments. Would you ever live in a house built on an old execution site? Thanks for watching. Real horror, real stories, real life events that actually happened. This is EerieDoseYT.